Tonight, it is yet another flare in the sky. Is it our last warning before the ship sinks? Get your lifeboats ready. Get your families prepared. I'll show you how tonight. Come on, let's go. We have Marxist revolutionaries fundamentally transforming and attacking the Republic of the United States and moving us towards a global community. It's starting to happen, gang. It's starting to happen. And it's going to come faster and faster, and we have to figure out a way to help our friends and our neighbors get it so they're not standing on the deck when the boat lifts off. I'll explain in a second. Right now, you have two options, and you have to decide which of these two do you believe. And please, I don't care if you're a Republican, Democrat, or you're an American. Please, answer this honestly. You like me, you hate me. Doesn't matter. Which do you believe? One, that we're past the worst. We're creating jobs, and America will look the same 5 years from now. Okay, there's the first one, and you can't, both of these scenarios cannot be right, or even partially right. Only one of them can be right, and only one of them can be clandestine, dangerous, and radical. Okay? So there's the first one. America and the world on the road to recovery. Spending trillions of dollars we don't have and more taxes on the way, that is the path out. There are actually people that they claim to believe that. Is that you? Or do you believe we're not on the road to recovery? There is real grave economic trouble ahead. We are not well, and we are getting worse economically. America is way off course. And radicals are taking advantage. I think we've proven on this program that some of them may even be helping an economic collapse. And also consider the fix to our country is not radical, not hateful, not racist. It's what we've always done. They're the principles and the values we've always known to be true, and here they are. This is all I'm recommending. This is it. Thrift, humility, charity, moderation, hard work, and honor. That's it. That's how we fix our country, right there. Now, that is what I'm saying. I'm number two. Number one, this is your choice. Spending, arrogance, redistribution of wealth, excess, entitlement, and corruption. I don't think that's a choice. But a lot of people are going for that. Here's what I've been telling you. Watch. Punish these businesses through the economy, not through government, but through the economy. Let these businesses fail, and entrepreneurs will step to the plate. And we're going to have a tough few years here, but we're going to get back together, and we'll be stronger because of it. That's the American way to do it. God forbid something happens. It's just going to be a massive program after massive program. But by the time this election rolls around a year from now, we will be in recession. Okay. This economy is going to start slowing down and start coming down. Look at that. The date is September 13th, 2007. I also warned about the massive big government programs back in 2008. Here it is. They're all going to start talking about things like that. Well, why don't we just make housing a universal right? Soviet Union did it. Oh, they can't afford their health care. Well, why don't we just make health care a universal right? Why don't we just make food a universal right? Why don't we just start nationalizing some companies? I'm telling you, gang, if the economy gets bad enough and the wrong people are in, those are the kinds of policies that will be coming our way. I'm telling you, I really truly believe we're going to have universal health care, and I don't think you're going to be able to do anything to stop it. And here's why. You've got these giant global corporations that are so in debt from you know, their promises they made for the unions. You know, the auto workers, just, my gosh, $100 billion in unfunded promises on taking care of people retiring at 55 and living till 80 or 90. How are you going to pay for that? You can't.
The auto industry in America, let's be honest, it's not going to be able, it will collapse.
Okay? 2007. 2 years later, General Motors filed for bankruptcy. Now, let me give you the latest news. And you tell me if you've heard this on any other network. Europe is in chaos, there are riots, and the euro is collapsing. Investors are now abandoning the euro. Both France and Germany have reportedly threatened to pull out of the euro if no solutions to the crisis are found. The president of the European Central Bank warned Europe was facing severe tensions and that the markets were fragile. Even Obama advisor Paul Volcker warned of the potential disintegration of the euro, and he's now added, clearly, I think, we have to say the euro failed and fell into a trap that was evident at the beginning. Well, if it was, Paul, how come you never said anything about it? I told you last summer, look out. And I'm telling you now, look out, because it's coming our way. Why do you think Obama was on the phone with Merkel? I mean, because he loves Germans or Greeks? No, because it matters to us, because this is coming our way. And a lot of his friends are causing it over there and are setting it up over here. We have massive, massive economic trouble coming our way. And it doesn't just stop at Greece. We're on our way there. Arnold Schwarzenegger came out and said California's situation is just like Greece. Well, Arnie, welcome to the party. Now, Angela Merkel said over the weekend that with the rescue package, we have done nothing more than buy time until we've brought order to these competitive differences and to the budget deficits of individual European countries. Buying time. Fundamental transformation. They know it, and this is global. The worst is not behind us. This is a $1 trillion stall tactic that they're trying right now. $1 trillion stall tactic. Now, why would you spend $1 trillion to stall for something? You know what this is? This is like if you're driving an old car. Okay, you're driving an old car and you just want to you just want to get rid of the darn thing because the engine's on fire. It's blowing smoke everywhere. You know it's not going to last. Why would you spend money to make it run just a little while? And I mean double the value of the car in money. Why would you do that? You wouldn't do that unless you just had to make it to the next exit and trade it in on something that was waiting for you. I'm telling you, that's what's happening here. We just don't know what our trade-in looks like, or they haven't told us. I think it's going to resemble a little like a Yugo, quite honestly, a global socialist vehicle. Oh, I mean, there's nothing like a Yugo, really. And it's nothing like what we have. But it's coming. America, this is your third warning now that I've counted. This is the third time I've heard people say we're just buying time. And they're buying time to prepare. Look, this whole thing is like the Titanic. Do you remember the scene in the Titanic when it's first starting to sink? And everybody's like, no, no, this is unsinkable. It can't happen. The White Star Line, it's the Titanic. It's the strongest ship ever built. Okay, remember that? And then they started to figure it all out. And people right here, they're getting onto the lifeboats. Get onto the lifeboats. They're taking their time. They're being orderly. Others are inside. They're not paying any attention. But as the water comes up, floor after floor after floor, and you see the people at the bottom, they realize that it is sinking. Then there's a problem. Then they realize, and they start to come up. When it gets to this point, it's too late. This is the point that we're headed towards. When this ship, it's sinking now. When it rises up, you are going to slide into the arms of somebody. You've got to be off this ship. You've got to build lifeboats. You've got to prepare your family. You have to do it because you have to help others. Do you know enough to defend liberty?
To survive our economic crisis, you need to own gold in physical form. Paper dollars may be worthless tomorrow. Gold is the only real money. Gold for protection, security, and huge profit potential. The hedge and the safe haven is gold.